Hello. My name is John McLaughlin, and you are watching JAmemories Tech-Talk. Here we are live. It is actually a feat tonight. We are actually live on 3 platforms tonight. I am so excited. This has been something I've been working on all week, and this is, believe it or not, a live show that I am on live. I'm actually live on 3 platforms. And I've been working on this for a while. Let me know if there's any issues if you're in the chat. I have so much to talk about. We have been doing so much in the background. I'm actually looking at 3 displays back here that I will show you guys in just a few minutes. We've got so much to talk about today. I'm using this laptop behind me. It actually is pushing out a lot of the backbone, and I'm already noticing that there is some issues with all of that. So we are excited to be doing all kinds of fun things, but we are live on YouTube, we are live on Twitch, and we are live for the first time in such a long time on Facebook. And you know how I can know? Believe it or not, I actually have, believe it or not, this awesome new display that shows me all of my displays, all of the feeds that I've got going, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I am so excited to have that display to verify these are live feeds. So I'll talk about that display here in just a few minutes, because having that is so awesome. Now, I have chat enabled on all 3 platforms. I believe and I hope that chat is actually actively working. So if you're watching on any of the platforms, let me know. Leave me a comment, say hi, give me a thumbs up, whatever it needs to do. I've got some cleanup to do on one of my pages that I have that I need to update. So I'm going to do that while I talk to you guys. One of the things that was challenging over the course of my my entire show experience has been the fact that I want a way to live stream to multiple platforms. And as everybody knows, I am big on the A10 minis. And the A10 Mini Pro, I actually had an A10 Mini, then got the A10 Mini Pro, then got the A10 Mini Pro, the A10 Mini Extreme ISO. Did not get the A10 Mini Pro ISO, but the A10 Mini Extreme ISO, and there are differences to all of them. Now, of course, they have the A10 Mini Extreme SDI. They have the HDMI and the SDI. Then they just announced this year a new model, the G2, and they're always making changes. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be editing this scene here in just a second, because I've got something enabled that I do not want here. I want this turned off. I should save this scene. Yeah, okay. You guys didn't even see it. Didn't even notice the difference, but I did. So that's one of the benefits. We've been talking about these different widgets and tools that I use, and believe it or not, being able to make adjustments and tweaks so easy in this platform and tools So if you're on Twitch and you're looking for a way to get engaging audiences and do some fun stuff, we've got some great tools that we use here, and it's fun. You're looking at owned.pro's dashboard. In fact, the music you're listening to, if I can find my ear, I have my ear. Sounds like a funny thing when I say I'm finding my ear. I have an earpiece that I can listen to the music. Now, granted, it's a little, so the music is very subtle, very low. So it's there. But if you're in the chat, leave me a note, let me know. I should be able to see it on my H2R Graphics social tab. I'm going to open this up and show you guys. So there's the thing, and this is how the chat's going to come in. So JAmemories is now live, streaming, just chatting, testing multi-streams for OBS to YouTube and Twitch, and also YouTube. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I need to update that. This is so cool. And this is what I'm talking about with all of these awesome tools that make engaging audiences and engaging things. Plus, I'm still using H2R graphics. I'm still using own.pro. I like using as many tools as I can, bring it all in, make everything configured correctly, and allow me to go through the thing. Of course, I still have my PTZ up and running. I am so thrilled to be, I don't even know if this is a legitimate thing to say, that there is so much going on. And this is actually day 6 of my live streams. I've been going live every day for 6 days straight. I have no idea why. I'm just that excited about creating new content. I was telling my wife, because obviously she has to deal with the fact that I'm live every night. But I was telling her one of the reasons I'm going live so much is I'm making up for all the time I didn't go live since January of this year to now. I mean, I've got 5 months worth of live streams to get in before I start going live on Mondays every week. And I reached out to one of the one of the developers of my tools that I use, and asked them, hey, I would love to do a program just on your platform, just on your tools. So feel free to give me some tips and tricks and things like that, and let me know what you think so that I can promote your products. And so I'm waiting for a response back from him, and once I have that, I'll correlate and coordinate everything so that I can actually physically get that information to you guys, because these tools are so awesome. They are tools that make your productions so much easier, and they all work together. I'm still trying my best to navigate the best way to bring chat in on a successful, integrated way. We discovered last night that own.pro is having an issue with YouTube chat being successful every time. So tonight we're actually trying a different platform to integrate in, and if it works, we will discuss that on a future show of how it's successful. Now, granted, I have to have people chatting in the channel, so obviously, if I go over here to this other computer, I can bring up the chat windows, and leave them up so that I can actually see if anyone is chatting in the windows. Bear with me a second. Facebook, okay. So yeah. So I've got all the chat windows up. So if someone chats in one of the windows and it doesn't actually come to my, if it doesn't come to my screen, I will be able to look over and go, hey, I got someone chatting on Twitch, or I got someone chatting on Facebook or YouTube. So, but you know, this is what's amazing. Having these tools, and a lot of these tools, guys, are free to use in a limited format. And we will go over those. And the nice thing about having these tools is the fact that when I bring these tools in, when I do these productions, and in fact, I'm going to create something because I want you guys to be able to see something awesome. Yeah, I guess I can't because of I can't do it today. It's a little bit more complicated to get it up, but I want you guys to see this screen. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. So I'm going to go back over to this screen for a second. And then I'm going to go over here side by side. I'm going to go over here. Nope, wrong one. 810 first computer. Alright, so this is the preview screen that I watch all the time. I'm going to transition to here. So now you guys can see my live, and all of my screen. This video over here, I'm trying to do this backwards. Yeah, this over here, doing back and forth here. So the screen to my, that you see on this side, that is called Dashboard 2K. Look it up because it's a great tool. And I'm able to bring all of the feeds into the dashboard and then see, one, that I'm actually live. And I'm proving right now by looking at it that this is convenient, it's awesome, and the clock tells me the current time. Now, it's in military time, which I do know, working in broadcast, I do know military time. But for those that don't know military time, there is a way to set this to regular time. But I'm having to work with the developer to try to figure that out, because what they say to do didn't work. So we'll see how that is. Then the screen right here down below, this is my chat overlay. So all the chat is supposed to come into that screen. So if I happen to glance up there and go, oh, I got someone chatting with me, I can look down at my tablet and then potentially, if everything comes up right, bring it in. So we'll see what happens and see if that actually works the way that it's supposed to. Hopefully someone will get in on the chat. We're going to be live for a while, so I love doing all of this. So, are we still live? Did it kill the feeds? Yeah. Feeds are a little glitchy right now. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna bring up my dashboard. I don't know if my dashboard is having issues or if it's actually legitimately off. So I'm gonna go check my live feeds, see if I am live. Go back to live. Yeah, it says. I don't know if my dashboard is having issues or if it's actually. Yeah. Well, it looks like it's all back up and running. Yeah. So I'm gonna go check my live feeds. See if So I might be pushing the limits of what I can do. And that's one of the things that one reason why I'm going live every night. And this is the point of all of these live issues is just to get that going. And of course my lovely office light decided to pop on. Alexa, office light off. It worked beautiful today. Awesome. So yes, so we may hit some glitches and buffering issues, and if that's the case, I apologize. So let me go over here to this real quick and just chat. We do live shows randomly. We do live streams on topics. And like I said, I've got that one show coming up talking about that one software package that is specifically to do with graphics. This is driving me crazy. I can't deal with myself in my ear. So let me see. Is the music still playing? I might need to bump up the music because the music might be a little low. No, it's still there. All right, you know what, guys? I need to step away for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So one thing that I realized was that I had the microphone, the web browser audio still pumping through, so it was actually back feeding in a little bit. So hopefully that's cleaned up, and we won't have any issues there. Now, granted, with the music, it was also lower, which wasn't as bad, but if you noticed that you heard me while I was offline talking about something, and it was what I said before, so almost like a slight echo. So now I'm noticing on YouTube and Facebook, they're a little more delayed than Twitch. Twitch seems to be accurate. Now, that could be just my displays, and we'll see. But if we go back to that screen, you can see the thing. I need to create a side-by-side what? Why did that not? Oh, I know. Gotcha. I was going back to the A10 Mini, and the A10 Mini was what was feeding the dashboard. So, for those that are just joining us, my name is John McLaughlin, founder and CEO of JAmemories here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are a company that specializes in audio video solutions as far as podcasts, and we love helping churches, small businesses, and individuals build up live streaming systems. That's one reason why I spend all this time tinkering, messing around, because I love finding breaks, finding issues, and finding solutions to those issues so that when someone else runs into them, they don't come across them. They don't deal with those. They can get everything figured out. And that's what we do. So, I would rather have issues on my end than have issues with selling something to you and then finding out there's an issue and then I'm sitting there trying to troubleshoot. That's the last thing I want to do. The last thing I want to do. So one thing that I do need to do is I need to upgrade my, so right now I'm using one laptop to provide my dashboard, all my live feeds, my chat overlays, my music, and I need to split that out. And that's one of the reasons why I'm always a proponent of doing everything through the ATEMs. I was, I specifically mentioned a long time ago that the issue that comes around with OBS specifically is one, your OBS is an open source software package, which if on the right machine will work beautiful. And there are a lot of machines that will work with OBS, and OBS has done a very good job of making it compatible with a lot of different boxes. But with that being said, we are still limited on the fact that we have to have a computer fast enough. Now, I'm running tonight OBS strictly through this laptop, and it's doing a beautiful job. I haven't seen any major hiccups. I did see some buffering, but I think it was more on what was going on with other pieces of my system rather than OBS. And the other thing that comes into your final decisions and the final products is what's your end result when it comes to productions. What is your end product? Ours here is to stream to as many platforms as we can and be successful with it, and get a production that doesn't have many glitches. One glitch that I see that I have found a solution for, thankfully, is this video screen right here. That is supposed to be moving. It's not moving. Now I did pause it, but I'm noticing that earlier in the feed, it was glitching. Now that is being powered by the same computer behind me on the computer right back here that's running my dashboard. Down here is my live feeds. So that computer, and then also the music that you're hearing in the background. All of that's being played off of that one laptop. So I've got to figure out a way to distribute some of the functions to a different computer so that I still get success, but I'm able to also implement new things. So, and that's always going to be one of the when you do live content, when you do live videos, content creations, you know, you always want the best, the greatest, but it always comes at a cost. What are the pros and cons to that cost? What are the benefits of that cost? Well, it comes down to being able to successfully, without any issues, be successful with the content that you are building and be confident in itself that yes, you have the equipment that you need. And we've done videos in the past on the fact that you can go live on this video. By the way, this is my daughter's picture from last year. Not this past birthday, but the birthday before that. But you have a camera, in this case, this is the iPhone 14. You got 4 cameras on this one device. You have 3 in the back and 1 in the front. So we all have cameras on our phone. So if we own a camera, or a phone for that matter, then we can then go live. And there are tools that make it possible for you to create a live feed. In fact, if it's still there, I'm gonna try something. I have an app on my phone that that is supposed to, if it works, create a live stream. And I want to see if, let me go to this one. I'm gonna sit over here and do some work real quick, see if I still have it. I think I got rid of it, but you know what? Let's do this. Move this over here, and then I'm gonna add another source. No, that's not it. Cancel. So this no, I don't know where it is, but there's this app on here that I think it's an SRT, stream, create. OBS. Hold on, I'm gonna try this. Hold on. Okay. Let me. Hold on, I need to go over here to this. Here, connections. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to get this OBS, this setting here. All right, so I do see some people popping on real quick. I've got Rick on YouTube. What's up, brother? I am doing well. Right now, I'm trying to get my phone connected to OBS, and so there. And I've got a guy trying to get us on Twitch to get views through streambo.com. All right, let's see. All right. Bear with me, guys. That's not the right entry. Hold on, I'm almost there, I think. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna have to go back and play with this and see if I can get it up there. Because it's supposed to be, I don't know if you can see this on the screen. So you have this app that is called Moblin, and it's supposed to create a way to stream to OBS. I don't know what I'll have to do. Some media source. Okay. No. Well, I'll have to go look at that and see what that is. But the point being is bringing things in. The whole point of that was just to get a different camera in, and I can look it up, and I will look it up to see what's going on there. If you're on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, thank you for joining us. I see the chats, so I'm looking over at the chats. It looks like everything has come in the way it is supposed to. Let me go over to Facebook real quick to see if there's any comments in the chat over there. Right now there is not. So Rick, it's great to see you. Hopefully you are having a good week. Like I told everybody else, this is actually the 6th day we've actually gone live in a row. This is a record for us, and I have no idea why I'm doing this. I told my friend the other day I'm cruising for a bruising. By the end of the week, when we're all said and done, I'm going to be passed out, not wanting to do any more lives for a while, but no, I promise to do more. And I actually have a live stream set up for tomorrow. So I've been touting this for a couple of days about doing a live stream on nothing but Amazon orders. And I'm actually looking forward to that, because one of the points of doing a live stream is to generate promotions and generate products. So with that being said, no, the all right, I think I figured out the problem. There we go. I gotta close this. I gotta go here. Make sure. No, it's working. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, no. Create. I'm stuck on this thing right now, so I'm gonna do this. Let's try this. I want to try this one more time. Media source. Okay. There we go. Input. I'm put my phone down for a second and do this, guys. Bear with me while I tinker with this this setting here. I'm gonna do this just so that you guys can hear a little bit more music while I do this here. I'm not always easy to talk while I am trying to think, and I don't want to mess anything up. But in all honesty, if something doesn't work, it's okay. No, I unfortunately can't show you guys this. As much as I would like to show you what I'm doing, I can't because of the IP addresses and things like that. Okay. There's a lot of settings in here. Now the question is, does it work? Let's see if it works. No, it won't work. I'm gonna have to play around with this more. I'm gonna turn this off because this is gonna drive me crazy. One thing to know about me is if I get in on a project, I can spend hours tinkering with it and messing around with it, and now it's not time to be doing that. So with that said, let's click on that, and I don't think that will matter, but turn that off. But the one thing I was trying to do is I was trying to get this my phone in on this screen, but didn't work. I'm gonna have to go back to the developer of that and see if there's a way and show me how to do it. And that's the one thing I love about YouTube. If you have not looked up YouTube tutorials on how to do a lot of this stuff, there are so many things on YouTube. We're live on this platform, so that's just one of those tricks and tips that, you know, anyone who says they have the exclusive rights on it. Now, there are some videos that are made by the manufacturer and made by the developer, and those are things out there. Does anyone have any questions? Anyone have anything they'd like to talk about? It's now 9:46. We got about 15 minutes left in the show. Anyone have any comments or anything they'd like to talk about? Because at this point, I'm just messing around with stuff, and gonna see if I can figure out how to do mobile into OBS. So if I show you this, I just did a basic video. It's IRL, just so you guys know when you're looking at these, it says IRL app. That means in real life app for OBS control. There's so much that you can do in OBS. Here's a guide. Okay, so this is actually telling you to get in on the anti-scruff free. I already have the app. There's another video on how to do it from your iPhone, iPad, or Mac OS. Now, I will tell you, this app is designed for for ISO, so it's on the iPhone, iPad, and Mac OS. Right now, they don't. Here's apps that will work. Modeling, stream games from your screen, or use your device camera support. So let's see. Here's all the GitHub, but how do we streaming using RMPT, SRT, all the chat integrations, all of the instructions on the GitHub. Here's all the codes. So it looks like you have to, if you understand, I don't understand GitHub. It's one of those things that I really don't know a lot of the GitHub stuff, so I'm gonna have to go and look up some of the videos on that modeling, because I don't have the knowledge to do it. So anyway, so we're gonna wrap this up for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully everybody is having a good week so far. We are halfway through the week. We have accomplished the hump day, and we are over on the hump. We have 2 days before the weekend, and they say here in Tulsa it's supposed to be a nice weekend. So we've got hopefully good things coming our way as far as weather goes. And with that being said, if you have any questions, if you have any desire to get more content, let me know. I am going to be looking at the live feeds and getting information about the software and the hardware. We're going to have sales, we're going to have Amazon lists, and so you always can check out our website on the page, and you can always go to JAmemories.com. We've got all of our information there. We've got all of our services that are available, as well as all of the brands that we represent. If there's a brand on my page, that means I have available access to get discounts that I can then pass on to my clients. So, and then of course we do have support available that allow us to provide support for the things. If you want any information, feel free to reach out to any of our social media pages, as well as the contact page, and then I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Also, don't forget that I think I froze up my computer. Yep. Oh, live feeds are killing it. If you're still there, I am here. My computer decided to mess up. Yeah, we're back on that one. So yeah. All right. So I discovered something else that we need to work on, and that is I can't have everything running on that laptop because of two things. One, that is where the music is coming from, which I think is just, oh yeah, it was just down a little bit. But it also is where my Stream Deck companion's running. So I need that to be dedicated for that. So I have officially limited my outputs on that computer, and we need to deal with that. So, and that's okay. And that's one reason, like I said earlier, why we're live all the time. Because I want to break stuff. I want to run into these problems and then try to figure out solutions for that, because I want it to be all about when I promote products, when I promote a reason, hey, you need to get a certain piece of equipment, or somebody says you need to have a dedicated computer to run this, and they go, well, why? I have a computer already. I can come back and go, well, I had one computer doing all of these things, and it hiccuped, and it hiccuped, and it hiccuped. And I don't want that to happen to someone else in their productions. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to say goodnight. Hopefully everybody had a great time. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you find these videos helpful or engaging or even entertaining, by all means, hit that like button. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. You can subscribe to YouTube by hitting that subscribe button. You can follow us on Facebook. The group is JAmemories 2017. And also on Twitch. We are now live on Twitch. You can follow us there as well. I am so thrilled to be doing these live streams. I look forward to doing them. I hope to be live tomorrow once again. I keep talking to the wrong camera, and I apologize. I hope to be live tomorrow with a great product for you guys on our introductory live video on Amazon shopping. As I've said this before, as an associate of Amazon, we have affiliate links, and those links help the channel out and provide feedback to us. So with that being said, God bless you. We will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you hit that bell, the notification bell, so that you can be told when we go live on all of our platforms. And now we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Thank you. Have a good night, and we'll see you later.